Hi everyone, Lazy.F.E.A.R here. Welcome back to F.E.A.R 2. Last time we left off, we kind of dumped an APC into a subway system. We were about to start gunning with the turret, and I honestly don't know where the game starts you up after that happens. So, in the interest of not losing out on the intro, I decided to start, well, here at the start screen. We haven't seen this in quite some time. But this is the TAC chamber. That's what we're going for at the end of this thing. That's why it appears at the start screen. It is part of the last level of the game. Spoiler alert, I guess, but I mean, we all knew that was kind of how it was going to go based on Snakefist's statement last time. Anyways, without going too far, let's get started again. Yep, this is just running over what happened last time, but we are going to Still Island. We are going to try to get into the telesthetic chamber. Let's get going. Well, this is good. So you can see the turret here is pretty damn powerful. That's because unlike turrets in, say, every other game you can think of... Wow, what is hitting? This thing is firing grenades. Unlike, you know, every game where it's a machine gun.
Move up! Now!
Ooh. Yeah, you get pounded in here. There's a hammerhead guy. It's not. Keegan's doing something weird, but actually.
Shit! Cover him!
One of my issues with this section is that you're supposed to be watching Keegan go across here, but you're spending most of your time trying to follow the conversation and shoot at these guys who are constantly flowing out. As you can see, they're throwing everything at me right now. And the nice thing about this turret is it doesn't really stop. Get fucked. Yep, whoop, just teleports you down here. Let's get going.
Keegan, what the hell is wrong with you?
Don't be afraid.
We don't have time for this shit, man. Pull yourself together.
Keegan, snap out of
Don't leave.
it! Keegan! God damn it! Beckett, get him back here!
Okay, first though, we are gonna go scrounge up some ammo, or see if we can. Perfect. I've actually never gone through here to see if you can pick up anything that's been left behind. God, I looked at that. So, I just want to really quickly check to see if there's anything worthwhile, but it looks like just that one hammerhead is left over. Maybe something over here. I do apologize for the time it's taking to do this. Hey, grenade. Incendiary grenade, even. And hammerhead ammo? Yeah, this was definitely a worthwhile trip. Alright, let's go follow Q.
Oh, where are you going?
Huh. Alright, well, Keegan had something happen to him, and we're getting weird red flashes. Huh. Not what I was expecting. I just really like the little environmental details in this area. You see the little dust particles in suspension in the air. It's really neat. I didn't mean to do that, but I'll take it. Oh, fuck. That was one of our invisible friends. You can see I'm kind of equipped to deal with him. Where's Keegan going off to when we lose sight of him? heard one of the assassin guys. It's again more stuff you can't really jump to or don't have a reason to jump to. Hey, guitar case again. This is our only way forward right now, is that right there. You can't use any of these turnstiles, no matter how many times you punch them. Although there is some armor there that we're going to want in a moment. And there's a health kit here. And I don't have a use for it. I just like to check sometimes. You can't really tell if you've got any health off or not. Ah, hell. Wow. That's half of my armor right there. I've got to pay better attention. This area is... yes. It's lousy with these motherfuckers. If you get hit with these guys, one of the things you didn't really see in the school when they first appeared is that they will do a pretty significant amount of damage in terms of, yes, I want that, in electrical shock damage. You saw it here just a second ago when I got hit with the first one. But yeah, they're pretty nasty when it comes to that sort of stuff. Give me my money. Oh wait, hey, we haven't looked at this yet. Out of service. Darn. Not really a ton in here, just making sure I don't miss anything important. You know, I've missed a couple of intel items, and I don't really want to keep missing those as we go on. Uh-oh. Just look how fast those guys are normally. It's very difficult to hit them reliably from a distance. That is why we're slide kicking a lot of them, actually. And one of the nice things about the light that you wouldn't really realize about it is that the flashlight makes it a little bit easier to see them. Not a ton, not by a noticeable degree or anything like that, or anything game-breaking, but enough. Wait, so, tell me, do you think that that is a Game of Thrones reference, or, well, a Song of... okay, hi, guys. Song of Ice and Fire, I guess, would be the correct term for when this game was made in 2009. That was a thing then. Do you think that is actually a Game of Thrones reference? And yes, I did just slide kick those two guys who were talking about Game of Thrones. I'm a nerd, I guess. I'm like the worst kind of nerd, I'm not very nerdy. Yeah, maybe it is. We can have a whole debate about that. Prince Street and Madison Avenue. Now remember, we're actually in a fictional city, and this is one of those things I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned it, and it kind of got brought up in the thread a little bit more, is that... hold on, we should have a fight coming up here. Okay, good. I can actually talk about this then. One of the things the game does is it does have a few callbacks to the previous Monolith software game, which is Condemned Criminal Origins. And in Condemned, there is...
These readings are looking a little strange. I must be getting interference.
Anyways, there's a... the city is Auburn. We're in the Auburn district right now of Fairport, or that's where the Project The Origin facility was located. And there were school levels and a subway level, like we have now. It wasn't as destroyed as this area here.
Copy that. Did you see him? Keep your eyes open.
I can see there. Yes. Fair enough. Get fucked. Ooh, I didn't see him throw a grenade. I thought he just made a motion. Down he goes, though. Now, the guy that they're actually... hello. don't want to be near that fuse box. That fuse box...
What's your status?
does that. You can see it works just like a shock grenade. Oh shit. Yeah. The rare normal motion slide kick. And as you can see... Oh god. Jesus Christ, that scared the hell out of me. This is going to pin people to walls. I didn't really show it up close before now, but yeah, it's a big part of that weapon and the appeal of the hammerhead. I wish you could kind of pick up the bolts, and I think I mentioned that before. But yes, this is another area that reminds me of... Oh, fuck you. If you hide behind explosives, you should expect to get shot, like, a couple times. And maybe I'll remember to use the environmental things to kill you too, but... Anyways, the Condemned shares a couple different things with it. As a matter of fact, I think the animation you get for shooting somebody and hitting them with a shock grenade, or shocking them in any other way, this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Is very close. Ooh, boy, I didn't want to get hit with that, but I did. It's very close to the animation you'd get if you hit somebody with your taser in that in Condemned. I could be wrong. I'd have to go replay the game again now to make sure that that's the case. It's been about a year since I tried it, so maybe I'm misremembering it. This section is, no joke, actually kind of hard. Unless you can hit that. Yeah, it's just a very enemy-packed section. And they do stuff like that to you, where they'll just appear at these railings. Whatever. This is why the shotgun exists. God damn, do I love those things. Why do I keep doing that, though? I'm really a moron when it comes to the environmental stuff. Sometimes I think it should work the way it does, and sometimes I forget it does things. I mean... Hey, I just said a few minutes ago I'm not gonna, you know, I shouldn't slide into these guys when they're stunned like that, and yet I did it again. Oof, more red mist. Just picking up some ammo here. I mean, we did run a lot of shotgun ammo through this area. It's always good to be stocked up on the shotgun because it is really one of your better weapons. So, now that we've run around in circles for a moment, let's get going. This is actually a very confusing area, and I still don't have it down perfectly, and I just replayed this game a couple days ago, or a couple days before this, but you can see I'm back where I started here. I have no idea where I am. This is actually how I got here. And this is kind of one of the flaws in the design of this game, is that there are areas that are exactly like this, where there's no, that's the way I need to go. There's not really a very clear path forward in some cases. I got stuck on the wall there. And because of that, I get a little bit lost. No, that was... What the hell is going on? You can see the ladder on the other side of that grate over there, and that's where we need to get going, actually. I thought there was something up here that allowed me to do that, which is why I came up here in the first place. Pump room. Ah! Wow. I look like a genius now. He gets down there. Stupid ladder animation. He's just over there. Just turn the power on. He's making this creepy moaning noise. If this were Condemned, I'd pick up that pipe and I'd just start braining the replicas with it. Ooh. How'd he get through there? Looks like he electrified the area when he hit that switch. God damn, I hate the ghosts sometimes. You can see there are various animations to the ghosts, but the ones in this section are pretty angry. They're going to be vibrating and mad at you. As a matter of fact, that's kind of a dick move. You're stuck in that corner for a moment. It just shows up on you. The ghosts are actually the only reason why I think anyone would want to carry the SMG up to this point in the game. The 50-round magazine and the fact that you can just hip-fire these guys and kill them in one shot makes the SMG actually pretty fun, or pretty useful, at least in the ghost sections. That was a really dumb series of shots I just took on that guy because I was right next to a fuse box. What is wrong with me today? More neat little physics moments there. You have the paint cans flying at you.
Beckett, Manny managed to get the APC out of the tunnel. We'll try to rendezvous with you at King Street Station.
Alright, well, we have an objective finally. I really like the abandoned subway kind of motif this area has. Well, kind of. The motif this area has with the abandoned subway. It's kind of neat. And I mean, it's a little bit generic as far as video game environments go. Which game doesn't have a sewer level, or if it's an urban-centered game, it doesn't have a subway or something like that. Even Red Faction 2 had a subway section. It's just a common area, but this game does it pretty well on a couple different levels.
Search downstairs. Copy.
Alright, you think we can do this?
Check it out.
One of my big disappointments with this game is that when you throw a stun grenade in the water, it doesn't, spread out over a large area. It's basically just the same stun area that you get normally. How is he not dead? He just gave up, I guess. I thought for a moment the way his body was pressed up against that pillar. Oh, what did I do here? The way his body was pressed against the pillar, I thought that he'd actually hit the fuse box on himself. Man, that guy just took a lot of shots with the hammerhead. Let's conserve our hammerhead ammo for someone a little bit more worthy. Yeah, down he goes. Auto shotty ammo. And you saw there the gas can that was on top of that. Well, here. There it is now. That's kind of dangerous. These guys don't target those things, but as a matter of fact, I don't think they're even aware they're in the environment, but they will hit them by mistake. They won't, do what I do and fire at them directly. 2 pistols in this level. It's kind of impressive. Voltage. Backup's time. Oh boy. Now, he won't go down there because it's electrified. These guys won't knowingly go into a situation. However, they're not too bright, and they will just take rounds to the face if I make them. Well, that could have gone better. I may have to go and use a med kit soon. Trying to get away from that guy up there, down there. The shotgun guy, I am not overly worried about him. I can't really do anything about him either, because all I can see is the very top of his head. So I have to either go down this way a little bit, and wow. Right there, I actually did hit the button to zoom in. It did not do it. See, that's one of the nice little things the AI does. That right there is kind of
Check
neat.
in.
He had an opportunity to drop down on me there, and instead of dropping down on the side I was on, he dropped down away from me, so I couldn't see him the entire time he was animating his drop. Wow, you got over there fast. It's not impressive in terms of anything else, because I mean, 9 times out of 10 they still drop down on the same side you're on, and you get a pretty good opportunity to slow-mo and just nail him in the face. But occasionally they show flashes of brilliance like that, and I really like that. We're just going through here, picking up what we can. We've actually cleared out all the enemies as far as I can tell. The music is usually a pretty good cue. Hey. I would totally eat a burger with chili on it, just saying. The music's usually a pretty good clue if stuff's still happening. But, yeah, for the most part, it's not a huge deal. Let's turn this off.
All clear. Spread out.
Hi. Don't care that I took damage there. I really wish there were way more of those moments in this game. I really do. It'd be neat. We have a new weapon over there, but very quickly, picking up some armor. I was sort of hoping to get done with that fight before I had to do that. So, do we really want to drop this cannon we have here, the scan gun, as it were, for the laser? No, not at all. But yep, it's a laser. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the laser. But I think... Shit. Well, I have it now. Unless the pulse cannon is somewhere I can't find it. Yep. Pulse cannon's gone. Of course it is. Of course it disappeared. Well, nothing up here. So we're stuck with the laser. It is my second least favorite of the special weapons in this game. I can hear someone over on this side. Being very careful here. But the laser is kind of terrible on a lot of levels. And because of that, I usually don't pick it up, but I wanted to show everyone, and now I don't have my pulse cannon. Sort of a whatever moment, to be honest. It's not going to matter a ton. There's not a ton of ammo for the pulse cannon, like I've said before. So... this is bad. Now, there's a few areas you can run to for that. I just really wanted to be in the scariest of them. You're supposed to run forward and try to get past it, but if you know where it's going to fall, and I do know pretty well because I have played the game recently, like I said, you can kind of set up moments like that. Whatever. I like to be cruel to small animals. You can see it's another ghosty section. This sorta kinda reminds me of one of the first areas in Metro Last Light, where the guy Hunter has to walk through, or takes you through the... Oh, it's gonna slide kick Alma. It just reminds me of that area of Metro Last Light where the guy Hunter takes you through the area with all the ghosts that have been burned into the wall. Just a really neat kind of thing. Unfortunately, they don't really play it up like Metro does. Of course, very few games do what Metro did with that sort of thing. Hello, friend. Enjoy a grenade. This can get a little hairy in this area. I'm not going to say it's the most difficult area of the game, because that section where I got lost earlier actually is pretty hard. For reasons that should be kind of obvious, there's explosives everywhere in that area, and if you're not very careful with where you're standing and how you're placed, an errant shotgun round will probably kill you in that spot. In this, you have plenty of cover. These guys don't come at you in huge clumps, but still, you're not in the greatest of systems. But yeah, this can be intimidating if you don't know what you're about to be up against, because these guys come in sort of waves almost from behind there, and if you're just not, hey, it's the family feedback. Should be Mo's family feedback, but whatever. Let it slide this one time. Let's see. Nope, don't need it. Always check if you need the med kit. If it says that you don't need it, hit the button to make sure. Anyways, yeah, it's not a difficult fight, but it can be. If you come in here trying to use certain weapons, like the hammerhead, it can be a hard fight. And you can see my hammerhead ammo has not really recovered from earlier on. That's no good. I could really use 100 rounds of that right now. But that'll be it for this episode. I'm going to try to cut these last few into some smaller chunks. Thanks for watching, everyone. Next time we get through this metro area. Bye.